All right. Say, don't do Baltimore like that. I'm sorry. I'm just sorry. I just know. I just know. All right. So let's look at Will Smith and Jada's relationship. Okay. All right. So this is their composite chart, and as you can see, their ascendant is an Aquarius. So there's an attachment as it pertains to their relationship. It just seems free. Their freedom. Will Smith could do this shit and she could do that shit. And it just seems to be very much an open one. One that includes groups. Because that's what Aquarius is about. Aquarius is about, hey, you, come on now. Come join us. And you, what's your name? August? August, well, come here in September. Let's get what we got to do and let's do what we got to do. That ascendant sort of brings a sort of a non-attachment with their connection. Okay. All right. This is what's going on. Now, to know the core of the relationship or what is together, you have to look at the sun. Okay. The sun, and their sun is literally in the 8th house of sex, death, regeneration, merely sex. But that's another topic on its own. As you can see with that Virgo, the sun, it being a 29 degree, pretty critical degree, is literally on the cusp of going into Libra. If they had, if one of those, and they got placements, look how much placements they got in Libra. They got Jupiter there, they got the moon there, they got Toro there, Venus there, Juno there, Sun, Moon there, Uranus, Venus, Pluto there, Mercury. So this is the reason why their own is similar to Jay-Z and Beyonce. When there's a stellium sitting inside the sign of Libra in a composite chart or a composite chart, those persons, they stay in relationships long. This relationship was destined for marriage or for them to be together. Okay. But you got to look at different stuff. You got to look at the sexual energy of the chart as well to see what the sex going to be like. That's right. You could tell how they going to be getting down. That's right. But, um, so when it comes to their relationship as well, this part right here is the Mars. So the Mars tells you about the aggressiveness of the relationship. It tells you about their sex drive, the things that they will try to acquire together. About the looks of this, they have Eros in Scorpio, which means they're going to be passionate towards group sex because the 11th house rules friends and associates, social media, groups, humanitarian efforts. And what you see is, this is a thing going on with them. They got this thing. They're passionate about it. As a matter of fact, because Bacchus is in Scorpio, there in 11th house, they're addicted to sexual group experiences. How do I know? It's because Bacchus is the asteroid that rules addictions. Wanting this thing so much, so much, so much. And then they got Mars in Scorpio. So as you know, they were freaky nasty. It's also conjunct Neptune, which means there was no boundaries to that sexual energy when it came to group experiences. Okay. But they would have done better together, because of that Jupiter in Libra and the moon and Tauro and Venus. And you see the commonality of Libras. When you have Libra, a lot of stellium in Libra, there's a strong possibility that may end up in marriage. There's a strong possibility that it may end up in marriage. I'm not saying that's the only indicator because there are other indicators that which I'm going to go and show later on. But you can tell based upon this, they're gonna be they've been having that fun. All right. Now, what to look at is what the problem is. The 6th house is always the problem. It's where the problem resides. Where the problem resides. Where the problem resides. And the sixth house in a composite or composite chart tells you the kind of shit they're gonna run through, the kind of things that they're gonna have to face in their relationship, in their dynamic. And right here, if you look, they got dark moon Lilith in the sixth house in Cancer. All right, I'll explain to you what that means. So we got to look to see the, that means that there's dark stuff going on in the home that bringing the problem. What kind of dark stuff? Let's take a look at what planet or what luminary rules the moon. Cancer, and that's the sun. Okay, the sun. So the sun is conjunct Toro, conjunct Venus. And when you look at this, the same combination here, because it's the moon we're talking about, that means that the problems have to do with their partnership. And one, bullying, because Toro represents the bully. Okay, it represents the bully. If we click on it, you'll be able to see. Oh, you won't be able to see that, sorry. But it basically tells you about, bullying in the relationship. There is one person trying to bully in the home and also doing secret stuff, sexual secret stuff that goes beyond the relationship itself. And we already know that's what they did. Venus is conjunct that. That means that the problem could be a bully that does what it wants for the pleasure and finding another partner that may not be what the other person may want. So that thing right there is what really caused a problem in their relationship. We know this because they also said it in their chart, also displays it. Why they would be released from each other is depending on the seventh house. And the seventh house has Leo on it. Okay. And Leo is about grandeur, the pride of it. So they would hold on to the relationship as long as they could. But however, this same one right here, which is the sun, is the ruler of Leo. And it's sitting in the eighth house. So the perfectionistic pointing fingers and, the nagging of the Virgo energy of making it perfect and wanting to be so and so. But in turn, you have Pluto, Nemesis, and the sun conjunct each other. Okay. That means that they've been enemies a very long time. They only stayed together to show as if they were a perfect couple. It was a facade. They were toxic with each other. And they only stay with each other for the service of sex. All right? That's the only reason why. All right, I see that we have some people who sent their cash app. I have 1, 2, 3 persons. Let me just make sure who this is. Make sure if you sent your cash app that you, who sent, anybody send their cash app? If you sent your cash app, make sure that you have the time of birth for that person. Okay. I see that we have Candace Kelly. You are first. So I'm going to look at your Facebook. We're going to see the information that you're giving me. Message me, Candace Kelly. Then we got Julie Booker. Then we got Crystal. I want you guys to message me on Facebook. That's Leslie Demetrio Brown. The birth information of you and your partner in question. Because I can't do it without the time of birth. This is important. It is the most important thing in your natal chart. You cannot overlook it. Don't give me some estimated or guesstimated, because you will not get an accurate reading. I can assure you that you will not. All right. All right. Let's take a look. I see Candace Kelly sent me her information. You sent me the cash app. I'm going to need you, Candace Kelly, to also send me the birth information. Thank you very much. I'll be waiting for it. If not, we can't do it. I'll take it. Let's go. Okay. All right. So I think I got the information now. Nope. All right, I got it. Got it, y'all. So we're going with the man's name is Lala Ray Ray Ray. That ain't none of y'all business. Let me plug this in. Y'all gonna see name anyway. Don't matter. Y'all don't know who he is anyway, so and the date of birth, October 8th, 1987. October 8th, 1987. And then the time of birth, 9:02 p.m., Bronx, New York. 9:02 p.m., Bronx, New York. He from the Bronx? He from the streets? I'm just messing with you. Hey, I'm just messing with you, Candace. All right, let me go to the combined chart. Let me combine your chart with his. All right, so it's KNTICE. And now we got all right, so we got this. And we're gonna look at this chart. Let's look at this chart. Let's see what's going on here. All right, perfect. So your ascendant, the ascendant is in Leo. Now that's normally indication of a regal, y'all come to show out. Y'all come to show up and show out. But check this out. You're dating, y'all have a stellium in Libra. It's sitting in the third house, though. It's sitting in the third house. Let's take a look at your seventh house of why y'all come together, why y'all separate. And you have Aquarius there. Aquarius has Sagittarius there, and it's actually conjunct your sun, moon, midpoint. I would say this, Kenneth. How long have you guys been dating? Let's talk. Let's have a conversation. You say casually dating, yes. How long y'all been together? As a matter of fact, let me share this thing. You wanna come on with me? Let's hear you talk about it. I want to hear you talk about it so we can be about it. You see what I'm saying? So so if you want to, I'm gonna paste this link and you can come into my Zoom. All right, I just sent it to you. Candace Kelly, if you feel like coming to. All right. If you feel like coming on, let's go. Let's go. Come in. Don't be shy. Don't be shy, Candace. Just come on in. I just sent you the link. Just click on it, do what you got to do, and get in here. Let's go. Mhm. I'm waiting on it. Click the StreamYard. All right. That sounds like you're in my studio.
I'm here.
All right. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm actually about to park now. I was just dropping my kids off.
That's fine. That's fine. Listen, so how long you been casually dating this guy?
Since January, the middle of January, we went on a few dates. We actually have known each other for 18 years. We met when he was in
18.
college, and he we kind of just I just recently divorced, and we were kind of like talking. I had switched jobs. We went to a new job in October, so his birthday was also in October. So we went out. He invited me out to Jersey. Although he is from New York, he lived a lot of his childhood in Jersey, and I'm from Jersey as well. But he lives in DC now.
Okay.
So we he's a lawyer.
Hmm.
Um, he went
Wait,
to he invited me out
you're breaking up. Are you still there? Yeah, your internet cut off a bit. We didn't hear you. The last
Oh,
five
I'm
seconds we didn't
sorry.
hear.
He uh he invited me out for a celebratory dinner for dinner. So we went, and we've been talking like a lot since then. And we went on a few dates. I'm actually going to see him because it's like a long distance situation because I live in Pennsylvania and he
Mm.
is in DC still, and he doesn't have any children, but I have
Ooh.
five with my ex husband.
Well, I see that y'all have Saturn sitting in the fifth house, which means, and it's Uranus there as well. So that means that there's no children, but also a step sort of children thing going on. I see that because the Jupiter is also in the 11th house, which is the ruler of the fifth house. And that's an indication that there's going to be like stepdad sort of vibes. You want to have kids for him? He wants children.
He does not want his own children. Um,
How many kids you
and
say you got? You got
I have
five?
five. I have five children, and he said that he I guess babies or something for him is like a harder issue, and because he was a lawyer and he dedicated a lot of his time, he didn't think
Understood.
it fair to have children while he was doing all those things because he wouldn't be present.
Okay.
Plus like little babies, I guess it's just like a cringe for him. But he said he likes children like age 5 and up when they can actually, speak and walk and talk and things like that.
Yeah, sound
So
like he got some trauma that he has to deal with first. Don't worry about that. That's another topic on its own.
but I
But I
can't
see
have any more children. So even if he wanted children biologically, I couldn't
sounds
give
like a perfect fit. Listen, I
him.
don't know how old are you.
I'm 34.
You know what I feel like? I feel like I just was watching a show and somebody said that it's called Kendra G. You know who Kendra G is?
No.
Kendra G does like she brings women on and she like, hey girlfriend, so what kind of man you want? Yeah, how much money you need to be making? How
Oh
tall
my
you want to
god.
be? What's your so and so? You know what I mean? But to be
Hmm.
honest with you, yeah. I mean that's how I feel like a little bit of Kendra G, right? Not like a male version. But as it pertains to your relationship, with you both looking at it, you have ascendant in Leo, and the sun is inside the sign of Libra. That's normally an indication of marriage or long-term commitment. All right, that's normally. However, you have this asteroid here called Lilith, and Lilith is the sign that rules like sexual animalistic experiences. It's the asteroid. And I don't know what you may be saying that, but also it's sitting in the sign of Libra that rules leading to relationships. So there's a commitment when it comes to the experience of being with one another in that animalistic way. So I mean, I'm just saying, you can afford to give me this half smile, sugar. Don't think I don't know. I'm looking at your child, okay? You can't.
I mean, I had five kids, so there should be proof there.
You like, yeah, yeah, 5 kids. Nah, that sounds like dedication. That's what it sounds like. It'll sound like I got some people who got 5 kids who can't stand sex. Never did. They just experience it. So it's not the same
Right.
thing. Yeah. They only did it on a sense of duty. All
Mm.
right. So with this, with your son being in the sign of Libra, and it's conjunct that's a clear indication. You also have like we was talking about, this right here is called a stellium. One, two, three, four, five, six. That's a stellium. That means that this can turn out to be, there could be communication or a lot of talk about being with one another long term.
Mm.
Now we can't not discuss the things that will probably have you to not get together or separate.
Right.
And one of those things is, as you can see, your Uranus, which is the rule of your seventh house, Aquarius is on there. And wherever Aquarius is, I mean, Uranus is the rule of it. Wherever Uranus is, it tells you, gives that information. You also have Pallas Athena there, which means that work also could be an
Mm.
issue when it comes to you two not being together or separating.
Yeah, that sounds accurate. So
All right.
he's barred in DC. He has zero intentions on moving closer at this moment. Um, so I mean, I don't think we necessarily discussed him moving here. I don't think it's that far for us at this point. But if things became serious, that would definitely be a conversation because he's barred in DC. He's pretty much he like really likes to be there and live there, and he doesn't foresee at the moment any reason to move.
Okay.
I have five
Understood.
children. My kids are in school.
Okay.
The youngest one is 7. The oldest one is 14. So I don't foresee myself moving um, anywhere else either at the point. So
So there's another thing here I see, and it's gonna be because this is supposed to be short.
I'm
This
sorry.
when the ruler, that's okay. When the ruler of the seventh house is sitting in the fifth house, that means that what could be an issue if y'all separating each other. There are a few things. It could be the romantic relationship itself, meaning the romance of itself. Two, that could be on either one of you. Two,
Hmm.
your children could also be an issue. The
Mm.
reason why I say that is because it's the rule of the seventh house, and in a composite chart, like it tells you, it tells you what you come together. And most of the times when there is a Leo rising, that means Aquarius is on the 11th house. That normally represents a distant relationship or a
Mm.
long distance relationship. As you can see, the Uranus is sitting in the sign of Sagittarius that rules long distance. All right. But it's also related to sense of responsibility. So the Saturn is conjunct the rule of the seventh house is sitting in the fifth house. He may not want to be responsible towards your children.
Mm.
He may give the face that, yeah, this is what I want. You're all the perfect things. He may not even say that, but that is definitely because Saturn was the rule of the restriction. It rules restriction and sitting in the fifth house of children of romantic relationships.
Hmm.
That may be the thing. So you have to make sure that he's reassured that that probably won't be his responsibility.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you something about black men in the United States, not in the Caribbean. That's a different culture. But in the United States, black men do not like being stepfathers.
He is not black. He is Hispanic. He's Puerto Rican.
Well, he black, sugar. There's no
I
such
mean,
thing as you either
yeah.
yellow, you either white, or you're black. There's no in between. A Puerto Rican, make no mistake, Hispanic is a black race. They'd like to say that they're not, but
Right.
they're black.
Right.
All right. So even if he's Hispanic, okay, even if he's Hispanic, there's just this culture about wanting to, being afraid of being the stepfather.
Right.
And the reason why is because when you break up, you already build that bond with that child.
Mm.
And when you break up, you not only take the resources and the time that you spend with that child, but also you take in the child itself. That child, that bond will feel as if it's just was for nothing. Now that's just most men. I'm not saying that's all men. That's
Right.
most men. But however, you said he may be from a different culture, Puerto Rico. That means he's from the island. I get what you're trying to say. And that I'm telling you what could be the issues. Those two things
Mm.
could be the issues. That's all I see. All right. But with the moon and Pisces in the eighth house, there's definitely some nostalgia. There's some nostalgia, some sort of etheric energy connected to the sexual experience. And the North Node is sitting there in the eighth house in Pisces, which means that you two are here to experience the feeling of the depth of a spirit of a, how should I put it? Basically, he is like a soul fragment of you. Y'all two are like, y'all gonna experience the soulmate experience. I'm not saying that that's what he may feel, but that's what you both are going to experience. And that's what he's
Hmm.
feeling in his mind, but that's what I see based upon this. And the fact that it's just stellium in Libra, I would say it's a go. But this placement here of Pluto in the fourth house, if y'all ever get a chance to live with each other, please, please do not get controlling. You're gonna
Hmm.
split. All right.
Yeah, he definitely likes his freedom.
Yeah, don't get controlling because the moment you do, he's gonna run. All right. So
All
what I
right.
see is if I was giving it a compatibility, I would give it a 76. That's a good position. Okay.
Hmm.
I think that's a great compatibility.
All right.
So don't dismiss the relationship itself. It sounds pretty okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for coming on, Candace.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. That was easy. That was a pretty good synastry, I see. You know, I got my friend Julie Booker. I think she messaged me. We got Ari. We're also gonna look at yours as well. All right, so let me look at Miss Booker. You also I think I have your chart. I may be wrong. Let me double check. All right, so we do have your chart. And this is your natal chart. You're Libra ascendant. Okay, so let's take a look and let's put in his information and let's see what he got going on. And we're gonna name him Bobby. He should have gave me a last name, but okay, we'll stick with Bobby. You know, and Bobby is born May 22nd, 1987. And he was born at 2:24 p.m. San Francisco. San Francisco, California. Is that okay? There you go. So we got his chart. Let's pump it up. Pump it up. And let's do the combination chart between you, Julie, and him. And let's take a look and see how y'all stacking up as a relationship. Ooh, let me send you this link. I'm gonna need you to come on with this one, Julie. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Let's do it. Let's have a conversation. Oh, Candice, no problem. No problem, Candice. Are you only doing relationship readings? Yeah, today is we're doing relationship readings. That's what we're doing today. We want to be, you know, focused on a particular thing. All right. Let's focus on that. Come on. Come on now. Don't be scared. You say ride out. Ah, there you go. We gotta. Hey, we ain't got just her. We got the both of you. That's what's up. First and foremost, let's look at you two first. Hold on. How y'all doing?
Doing all right.
Ah,
Good.
So listen, I'm glad that you're here, brother. This is excellent. This is good. This is a live thing. That way, because some women. I don't mean to say this, Julie. You're my friend and all. And what have you. You got you. But some women be real delusional. I like talking to men because they be real when they talk about relationships. You know
Hey,
what I
I
mean?
keep it real too. Yeah.
Oh, you keep it real too. All right.
Yes.
I know you keep it real, Julie. I just messing with you. But it's always good to have like a male energy so we could talk about it, like that. I like to make sure that, it's always good when the other partner is there. So where do you guys meet?
In February.
And where did you meet?
Online.
Y'all met online?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Y'all looking like like y'all knew each other a long time ago.
Oh, a few lifetimes probably. Yeah.
Ooh, what state are y'all living in now?
Texas. You can talk too.
I mean, you're going. You got it.
Texas?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna be in Houston when I do a past life regression. And I'll be touring there. So if y'all are looking to like travel and do a past life regression with me whilst I'm there, you
I
should
want one.
book around the 13th of May. That's in a few days from now. Like I want to tell you that the spots is only 25 spots per state. So it's best to be there on that time when I'm doing it, when the books are open, because they're gonna be going really, really, really fast. So 25 prices is not a lot of prices. So I may have to do another tour later on, but it's a 4-month tour. So I go from East Coast to the West Coast. So that sounds like a good thing that you could be, that you can do
Heard.
as a couple. Is nothing more beautiful than to seeing
It's
how
a
you've
couple.
known each other in previous lifetimes. You feel
That would be
me?
so cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So as it pertains to y'all relationships, I don't see a lot of Libra placements, but I do see right here, this right here is the South Node in Libra. And when you mentioned about being in partnership in previous lifetimes, I would say that that is about accurate.
Yep.
Feels
That
like
was
it.
Yeah.
that is about accurate, especially with the South Node sitting in the sign of Libra. That means that you, in the previous lifetimes, were actually in a partnership in the most recent previous lifetime. You were in a long-term partnership. I do see, though, I do see that there is a sun in Leo. I mean, sun in Leo in the 12th house as well. All right. And that's normally an indication that there may have been some pride that was connected to you too in previous lives. That's the reason why you came back together, because the 12th house also rules past lives as well. Okay. So there's a connection of being either regal, royal, or being fortunate with each other. And that's because
He's been saying that. He's
he
been
did say
saying
that.
that.
What you been saying, Bobby?
Royal
You
blood.
you felt like it, right?
Yeah, I've always said that. And then
Yeah.
when I
Well,
met her, it was even stronger.
right. So according to this, you two were royals. Okay. In a previous lifetime, according to what I'm looking at. And you were married and you were rich. You had money.
Told you
Okay.
I was meant to be rich. I have very
Now,
expensive taste. He talks about me all the time.
well, I will tell you this, and I want you to hear this as well. Okay. With your Juno being in Capricorn in the 5th house and it being the ruler of your 2nd house of money and assets, just you shouldn't be focused on just spending money. You should be focused on business. As a matter of
Yes.
fact,
Yeah.
that is what you two should be coming together to do,
That's what
is
we said.
starting businesses and flourishing it together, not necessarily
Mhm.
just about your expensive taste. You're
Mm-hmm.
not in a relationship just to test this man's pockets, okay?
No, I don't do that.
Nah,
Or to
No.
spend
it's
his
not like
money
I'm
because
not
of so and so.
materialistic. I'm not materialistic, but the things that I do like, I like them to be nice, well made things.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. You are refined. You are a
Mhm.
refined woman. Is what the is a better word
like
of saying, right?
Refined, yes.
You're refined. You like, you know what? I don't like expensive, but I like exquisite.
there we
Mhm.
go.
There we go. But
Right.
yes,
So
we
that's
have
great.
said that the business thing is something we've been wanting to put our heads together and see what kind of businesses we can start together.
Okay, that's excellent. The reason why I said it because when the ruler of the second house, that composite chart is in the sign of Capricorn. In the fifth house, it means that your talents and skills should be used towards business. And that's what you two should do. That's the best thing. When it comes to the moon, because the moon really tells you about the energy of the relationship, right? All right. So this is it right here. Okay. The moment that you two announce yourselves as long-term relationships on social media, there are going to be some women who be coming after my boy Bobby.
Already happened.
I'm not asking you. I'm telling you that is going to be the problem. Whenever the sixth house has this placement here, I'm telling you what's going to happen. He's going to be looking, they going to be like, oh, because, some women, not all, some women are attracted to men who can make commitments, who are in a relationship. Because in their mind, they, most men don't commit. And if a man is committing in a relationship, that means that he is a prize to some degree, because most men do not like to commit. They like to just have fun. You get what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Right. So this placement here shows that that's one, first and foremost, two things. The moon here in Aquarius tells me that there could be a distance when it comes to the family. Now, do you guys live together?
Yes, now we do. We're
Okay.
actually moving next week. We're moving into a house together. Yeah.
Okay. All
Our
right.
new house.
Now,
Yeah.
there could be a problem because there's also family members. There could be a distance between your family and his family, or him and your family, or you and their family. And that could be the difference that separates you or be a problem. So those are two things I see when it comes to your relationship as a whole.
No problem.
Now, what you came together for is the North Node right here. It's sitting in the eighth house in Aries. And Aries is ruled by Mars, and Mars is in the eighth house. And it's conjunct Eros, and it's conjunct Amor, which is represent unconditional love. And what it's telling me is that you two came together to experience the most intense sexual soul experience together with a fact and an energy of unconditional love. Like this is sort of, and also, believe it or not, you two are going to bring out a lot of aggression towards each other. So don't say I didn't tell you. Y'all are going to bring out a lot of aggression. How you channel it is that either you argue, or you just rip off her clothes and be like, lay down, shut up, and just I'm just saying, just a little bit of information that could possibly be applicable in your circumstances. What you're going to be seen as, because the Gemini is on your MC, you got Chiron there, you got Dark Moon there, and sitting in the 10th house. So what you're going to be known for is, like, you can be known for being a communicative couple, somebody who always talks and communicates and expresses. And what I see is that you two can be known as people who teach or give information, or who can, help critique how people appear, whether it be in a relationship or what have you. And that's because of this Mercury is in Virgo in the first house. And because it's in the sign of Virgo, your ascendant, it means that you could be working together. All right. So what I see is a work and a love relationship. Okay. That could do very well connected to each other. I can tell you what the problems can be. The problems can be females, and also the family distance, feeling as if you're a black sheep from your family based upon your connection with each other.
Yeah. Well, I have 6 children. He has 2. And us coming together, we have 8. So, people are already looking at us crazy. Like, how are you going to make that work?
Damn, I like that. I listen. Children are great. I like playing with them. I like, when I get out, I like to talk to them too. Hey, I'm a disciplinarian. I'd be like, hey, stop shouting.
Yeah.
Go in the corner. Because you gotta hear that man's voice. They gotta see something about boys. Boys do not respect women. They manipulate y'all to the core. They start out coming out manipulating mothers. All right, but when they hit, it's just something about the sound of a man when he speaks to a boy. It humbles him.
Mm-hmm.
It's a complete 180 of their attitude.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just something about you already know you're not stronger than me. Chill
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Just
All
like you.
right.
Yep.
All right. So as it pertains to your compatibility, I would give this it's in the late seventh. I'll give this about a 61 compatibility, based on the fact that you may have to work that part out. There's also when Venus is in Aquarius. If you want to build up on your relationship, build on your intellect, meaning learning stuff together, is what I see. And as a Virgo rising, Pisces, the 11th house of coming together, two things. You can have what brought you together is the spiritual connection. You feel spiritually. Right? This is my
Oh, you're
soul,
breaking up really bad.
right? And the thing
I
that
just want to think
separates
about
you
that.
is
Resonant.
the thing that gets all separate you is delusion.
Wow.
And also, when I said delusion, because the seventh house ruler is the fifth house of children and also dealing with kids. So I don't want you, Julie, to when Bobby starts to get rough and hard with the boys or the children, that you get into defensive mummy mode. Because if you
Yeah.
don't want the man to be in your life, you want the whole man, you gotta accept all man, all, not no
Oh,
75%. No, no, oh, no, no, don't go into protective mode of, oh, you might hurt my children. He's not gonna hurt your children because he got his own. So if he speaks hard, children needs to be talked to a certain way sometimes in order to instill that father energy into them. So if you're the type of mother, and I bucked into those, I have one of those, and so I had to tell her, listen, if that's what you're doing with your kids, and you don't want me to stand up and so, you can take them there and you can keep them. I don't want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
But my child will be disciplined and talked to by me. And either which way, if he is willing, you have to know that you have to just allow for that to be. I know that there could be a separating thing because of this Neptune sitting in the fifth house. And in the Neptune in Capricorn in the fifth house representing also with Sagittarius there. I mean, sorry, with Saturn and Sagittarius in the fourth house could also represent like um um how should I put it? Outside influences. Okay. Outside influences.
There's like the biological parents of the children. Could that be it?
The biological parents of the children and also the family.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. That is definitely right there. Okay.
So do
All
you
right.
see with the Gemini being in the 10th house on the MC for us, does that kind of seem like we would be successful in having some type of social media
Yes.
presence?
Writing a book or giving critique
We
on
already
particular
started.
things.
We started a book already.
Wow, y'all is moving. Listen, sugar. Y'all really had to been from a past life to be doing all this in that short span of time. I listen.
Right.
Yeah, I am happy for you guys that you found each other in this lifetime again. Not everybody gets a chance to do that, and that's really great that you got the chance to meet each other again.
Thank you.
Okay.
thank you.
All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the day. Like I say, there's a 71% compatibility chance, and I think that's a great number. You just got to work, focus on those areas that I mentioned, and everything will be just all right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No problem. No problem. All right. That was a pretty good. Isn't that cool, y'all? They found each other again in this lifetime. Again. I got a crystal. I don't know. Let me see. Did you send me a message? Um, all right. So I got Airy. Then I got Crystal. I think that was okay. Oh, yeah. We're gonna need you I need that time of birth. That's definitely important. All right. Ari, I got you. All right. Ari Lasso. What's good, Ari? Let me send you the link and you come and join me on. And I see, I already know you are. You already know. I don't need anything else. I don't need anything else. So I just sent you the link, Ari. You can join that link. Let me pull the both of your chart up. Let me see if I can find it first. I am sure that my very, very great student of mine, which is your partner, I am sure he's already done this kind of chart for you. I ain't asking. I just know. Or should I call you here? Okay. Let me just call you here then. Miss Ari Lasso, go into your messenger and accept the link. All right. So I'm gonna do this live while you're waiting. While I was waiting for you, since I got both of your charts, let me do a combined chart for you both. All right. And let's go. Ari's like, I'm not coming on. I'm not talking. So, Ari, looking at your chart, at your composite chart about you and Corey, your ascendant is in Libra. Okay. Your ascendant is in Libra and your MC is in Cancer. That's normally an indication of marriage, of long-term commitment. Okay. However, I see this right here. The sun is in Pisces in the sixth house, and Saturn and Mercury. All right. And what I see can be a problem with you both is one, the 10th, I mean, the Saturn in that sixth house. One of you have an illusion of problems. One of you, or both of you, may bring up stuff that may be seen to be hard, but it could be made up inside your mind. But it has to do with the home. The reason why I say this is because Saturn is in Pisces in the sixth house, and Pisces is ruled by Neptune. Again, Neptune is in Capricorn. So this right here is a mutual reception. When Saturn is in the ruler, in the sign that Neptune rules, and Neptune is ruler that Pisces, Saturn rules, it is mutual reception. So that means that, to me personally, this could mean illusions inside the home, feeling a sense of burden inside the home based upon certain things. However, that ascendant in Libra normally represents long-term relationship, partnership, marriage. What I do also see is that the moon is in Taurus in the 8th house, and your south node is in Taurus, and your north node is in Scorpio, sitting in the 2nd house. Now, what y'all came here to do is y'all came here, first and foremost, to experience each other in the most deepest, sensual way. You're also here to acquire power, being the financially power couple. Okay. And then Juno is sitting inside the 2nd house, which could represent possessiveness, ownership. There's something that's feeling that's an energy of toxicity. Because this is the rule of the ascendant. When the rule of the ascendant is sitting in the sign of Scorpio, that's sort of a hard thing to have to deal with. Okay. There's also Jupiter conjunct Pluto sitting in the second house. If I was you, all that energy I would channel to both of you. I would channel into making money. This is the get rich placement. Like, put aside any emotions or feelings you may have for each other and tap into that get that bag energy, and you two would be almost unstoppable. When the MC is in Cancer, that's normally an indication you two will probably be living with each other. However, Uranus and Neptune, especially the I see there, shows that there's always no boundaries. It's either one of you that does something that the other doesn't like, and that could be the problem. Also, with the Sun being in the sixth house of problems, ego, pride. One is more delusion than the other. One is more focused on a spiritual pursuit, and the other is not as much as the other. That could be, this is what I consider the unequally yoked placement. That means one or two of you need to focus, or both of you, on growing spiritually together as opposed to separate. As you can see, Mercury's there, which represents spiritual information, psychic information, either delusional conversation or lies. So lies can also be a problem in your relationship. So you have to do things, be more spiritually aligned. If he's taking up a course, which you're supposed to be in the class, if he's doing this particular thing or you're doing a particular thing, he should do the same. It's supposed to be a sort of a you here, he's here, as opposed to, yeah, you do that shit while I focus on this. That could be the reason why you do separate. All right. Definitely. Now, again, Mars in the ninth house. The reason why I said that is because when the ruler of the seventh house is sitting in the ninth house, you can come together for, learning with each other and school or whatever it may be, but also spiritual understanding. Being separate could also be the reason why you two separate from each other. As it pertains to compatibility, I give you guys a 64% compatibility. And that's only because of the ascendant being here and the Venus being in Aquarius in the fifth house. Then the Mars in the ninth house, you can actually build together when it comes to information, but you both have to focus on growing intellectually the same way. All right. Okay. That's your info. Okay, so who's next? My friend. You want to come on live? That's Mr. Ma Beach. Come on live. Come on live. Yes. So that's the 4 people that we have, done. I just know that you guys would probably want to do this later on. But either which way, I want to thank you guys for coming, for being here. But that's how a composite chart shows. It shows everything about your relationship. It tells you about the dynamics, what brings you together, what you're passionate about, what you should be focused on and the purpose of the relationship. I always say date with purpose. Be with somebody by purpose, not necessarily just because you like the person, because what you came here to do, what we came to do. What's our purpose together? Is that what we're doing? I don't want to do nothing else other than what we came here to do. All right. If in the chart it says that we gonna bang, 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 boom, that's it. Bye. The purpose says that you are going to be a part of me and my what I'm here to do. Then boom, that's what we're gonna do. The purpose says this is going to be my long-term pro. Boom, that's what you do. You do exactly what you came to do, and the only way you can know it is just industry. All right, guys, it's been a pleasure, an honor, a privilege to be your patron of this kind of information, of this knowledge. I appreciate the fact that you guys trust me with my knowledge to share with you. And may you enjoy the rest of your evening. Good night.